Okay. Again, welcome. My name is Kim Kane. I am a triple diamond with the company. I've been doing this now for almost 6 years in November. Love what I do. I reminded my team that, again, hey Mara. So I posted, this is the second week in a row that I posted that Team Zoom is 9:30. It's not. It's 9 o'clock and it has been for 3 years. I don't know how I did that. So I'm sure we'll have some people hopping on late and all that good stuff. But this is recorded for those of you who need it later on as well. But I am so excited. We are going to hear from a rock star that has actually been on my Team Zoom before. But this time she's going to talk to us a little bit about the points. So if you have any questions for her, post them in the chat because she's killing it. She's got lots of Margaritaville points and she is definitely going to be there. I have no doubt about it. So we're going to learn from her tonight. If you guys are wondering, like, how can you rack up the most points? How can you get points? How is she getting points? How are the top point earners doing the damn thing? So we're going to hear from her tonight. But if you guys have I'm sorry, wait, what was the next announcement? Make sure that you hop on Mark Pentecost's family call at 10 p.m. after this, and that's going to be right on his Facebook page. So make sure you get on that after this. But I am so excited. Tomorrow is the last day of the month. So, like, how are we going to?
I don't know if you looked in your pantry.
If you have not, make sure you guys are muting yourself. If you've not reached your goals like you wanted to this month, it doesn't mean that that isn't something, you don't like take it off your dream board, right? You just set another date. And so October is about to be lit, fam. If you don't take advantage of it, you're crazy. October, as most of y'all know, is my favorite month in life. But I think that's why I was given my first child in the month of October. But also October for this business is crazy. It is nuts. It is crazy. It's when you see, I'm sure Lara can kind of agree, but our best paychecks are in January, February, March, April, and May. Like, I've always seen my biggest paychecks during those months. So everything that you're doing now is what is it's coming. It's coming. You're going to see major payoff in October, November, December. You're going to get that Christmas cash. You're going to have all of the things as long as you are, filling out your steps of success, which is how you're going to earn lots of points. So let's just jump in. Laura, can you unmute and tell us, I'll ask you a few questions, but first tell us your name, your rank, and how long you've been in and what you were doing prior to this, if you would, please.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
That didn't sound so sure.
I know it was a little quiet, so I'm like, was that my computer?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yep, okay, good.
Okay, cool. So, sorry I sound like this. I literally can't breathe out of my nose. But I'm Lara Floyd. I've been in the business for 3.5 years. I'm a double diamond. And for those of you who don't know my story, before I started this business, I was homeless. I was a college dropout. I was 5 figures in debt and didn't really know where my life was headed. And so when this business presented itself to me, it kind of was a no-brainer that I needed to do something like this to make an extra income, because I needed it so bad. And it wasn't just that. I was working 3 jobs. I needed the freedom of time. And I didn't know it at the time, but I needed the friendships and I needed the support and I needed to find God. And that's what this business did for me. So, we're going on year 4. It's been amazing. And I'm really excited to just share with you what I do every day and how to get points for the trip to Margaritaville.
Yes, that was so good. Look at you in a timely fashion. I love it. So, and how old are you again?
Oh, I'm 23.
Okay, I didn't ask that, but I love people knowing that. Hold on, let me make sure everybody's muted. Okay. I love when people hear that because, like, you're so young. You're so young. She got her It Works hoodie from Green Carpet, boo-boo. Yes.
Gotta go to events to get the merch.
Yes. God, I want that hoodie. Okay, so I know I see it everywhere too, Paige.
It's so cozy. It's literally Sherpa material, and it says It Works down the back. You can't even see it, but
I want it so bad. I want it so bad. But what I love is every time I see, like, this is the first Green Carpet I didn't go to, y'all, and I'm still, like, a little mad about it because, yes, you get to events. I went to buy my ticket, gone. So anyway, I was very, very sad.
Wait,
but
can I add a story really quick? Yeah. I didn't have a ticket to Green Carpet. They were sold out, but here's the thing. Half of my team didn't have tickets anyway. We went, and at 10:30, they were selling tickets.
No way.
So we went to green carpet knowing we didn't have a ticket, and we were just going to try and bribe ourselves in, but
Stop.
God is good. And they were selling tickets, and
Stop.
we got in. We were there for the whole event, missed like 15 minutes of the event. I'm sorry if that makes you have more FOMO, but like it doesn't matter if you like don't have tickets to events. Go anyway, because one, you never know what's going to happen. Two, it's not about the event itself. It's about the energy you surround yourself with and like who you're around. And even if you can't get into the actual event, you can live stream it, and then you can go to the event and take pictures outside and meet people. And that's what we were planning to do. And then we found out that they were selling. So
wow. Well, that was like a really good side tip because I'm a triple diamond. I do not miss a thing. You can't even pay me to miss a thing. And I mean, I have no excuses. And I was like, yes, we got back from Mackinac Island. I said, I'm going to get my ticket. I'm so excited. And my heart sank. It was the first time an event was like sold out. And I'm like, and we should have gone. We should have gone anyway and did what you said. But then they sold tickets. That makes me so angry. I could have got in. Okay, so that's a great side tip. Get there anyway. Like I plug into everything. If you show up, you go up. So, but what I love is like, what Paige was saying about the jacket. Every time I see new clothing and apparel at green carpets and stuff, that means that our website, y'all, is about to be lit up with some new awesome stuff. So,
yes.
yeah. So, okay, let's talk about, and if you guys have questions, again, make sure you post them in the chat. But you guys, she's 23. That's it. Okay. Let's hear how she has gone double diamond, which on average is like $5,000 a month. And I'm excited to hear, how many points do you have now?
Oh God, I haven't checked in a couple of days. I like around 7,000.
7,000. Okay. So you guys, 7,000 points. And there's so many different ways to get points, but you know what? I'm going to let you take the floor now. So tell us, how are you getting them? And maybe like go down the list of how many points you can earn for certain things, but how are you earning them mainly, and how are you hustling to do that?
So for me, I'm mass enrolling distributors because one, I want a really strong team, and that's how we get paid is by enrolling customers and enrolling distributors. And then I'm helping them get to 400 as soon as possible, because when you help someone that was enrolled in September or now October go 400, you get 250 points, plus you got 200 points just for enrolling them. So if you enroll a new distributor in September or October and they go to 400 GV within their first 30 days, you get 450 points. Hello? Like, so easy. Literally, that's like one distributor and like 4 customers to get someone, and maybe like 2. It really just depends on like what you enroll, but like that's it. You just enroll customers and distributors. That's what we get paid to do anyway, so you're getting rewarded for doing your job. And then every 500 points you earn, you get a bonus 100 points, which is really awesome. That's what corporate does. Yeah, so you can see your tracker in your eSuite or your Connect app. It tells you when you'll get your next bonus points. And when you help someone within that promotion period go Ruby, you get 500 points. If you rank or you are paid as a higher rank as you were the month before, you get 1,000 points. That's not just new promotions. That's like if you lost a rank and then you re-rank to a higher rank. That, like, say you're a diamond and this right now you're being paid like last month you were paid emerald. If you re-rank diamond this month, you're gonna get 1,000 points. You get 1,000 points for buying your conference ticket. Oh yeah, emerald and above. For your conference ticket, you get 1,000 points. Guys, just buy your ticket and figure it out later. You get rewards for doing the easy pay option. At the end of the day, like, it literally takes 3 fast starts. Enroll distributors, fast start them all, get them all to 400. You're gonna get 450 for those 3 people, and you're gonna pay for your conference ticket plus the extra 1,000 points. You know what I'm saying? That's really all I'm doing, because if you move a loyal customer, you don't keep the points. Wherever you move, it gets the points. But at the end of the day, I'd rather get 450 points for every distributor that I'm getting to 400 and promoting than keeping the 100 points per customer.
That's what I've been telling them is like, I know. Yeah. Like move your customers, move it. I know it's 100 points, but you're going to get more for moving it if you think about it. So the only thing I didn't know was that every 500 points you earn, you get 100 bonus.
Yeah. If you log into your eSuite, it shows you a tracker.
Okay. Yeah. And I did see that. And like, I now have, I don't even know. I haven't looked today. I think it's 2,500 points, and I'm
That's awesome.
It might be a little more than that, but I'll look in a minute. So Yeah, I'm excited about that. So tell us what your guys' points are. I know Abby has earned over 2,000. Huge,
Wow.
yeah, like huge deal, you guys. So tell us what your points are in the chat. And if you don't know, open up your Connect app. It'll show you, or you can go to the eSuite and look at the tracker, like she said. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it does. It breaks it down for you. It tells you like
And
exactly.
what's awesome about in your Connect or in eSuite, it tells you if you're in the top 300. And so if it says you're in the top 300, keep fighting, because people are going to keep pushing for the next, 32 days that we have left of this promotion, and they're going to bump you out if you don't keep up, right? Like, don't just sit there and be like, I'm in the top 300, I'm good, because people will push you out. So keep fighting. And if you're not there yet, be the people that are going to bump the other people out because you're pushing so hard for it. So that's really awesome that it tells you, because I'm super competitive and I need to know. Like, when not this conference, but the conference before for the cocktail party, when I saw I was in top 100, I was like, let's go, like, let's keep going, I gotta keep going. So I think that that's really awesome. They tell you if you're in or not, and if it says that you're not, like, you better be fighting for that.
That's so good. And you guys, for those of you that are kind of new, I know we've got some brand new people on here. We're winning a spot to Margaritaville. I know they're picking the top 300 point earners, and then they're picking what, 25 random people?
25 random, and everyone gets a +1.
Yes, isn't that crazy? Like, that's nuts. That's like 650. I mean, there's gonna be so many people there, you guys, and
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be so fun. He literally booked out an entire resort in Margaritaville. So we're winning a spot to it, and it's so possible. Not Caitlin, I just saw your name. My girl Abby did not even know that she had a like 2,100 points. She didn't even know. She was like, "How did that happen?" I'm like, "You're building your team. Like
You're
you're
doing
growing
your
your
job.
yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to already be doing." So we will make it. That's right, Abby. Okay, so obviously you are getting your distributors, so new distributors to 400 in group volume within 30 days. You're helping people go Ruby. And like she said, you can get it back for going Emerald or more. You guys understood what she said. I don't need to re-explain that. So tell us then, how are you enrolling distributors? For those of them that have never heard you talk before, how are you enrolling distributors, and how are you signing up customers to move under them and stuff like that?
Okay, so first of all, to even get people interested in doing what I'm doing, I have to post quality content. I have to, because you have to think of your social media. Is your team a social media team? Okay, so if you're running a social media based business, your social media needs to be top notch. Your pictures don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have, a picture perfect face. You don't have to be a size 0. It doesn't matter where your picture's taken, but it needs to be bright. It needs to be a natural light. It needs to be crisp, and it needs to be something that's like pleasing to the eye. You know what I mean? Don't post a black and white grainy photo. Don't post a picture with a Snapchat filter and then throw a filter on top of it. You know what I mean? Like, post quality pictures, because if someone goes through social media, are they going to want what you're doing, or are they going to be turned off by what you're posting? You know what I'm saying? So think of, the 3 to 5, 10 people that you find yourself on their Instagram does not have to be in the business. Bloggers, people, celebrities, someone who's famous for something. Like, why do you keep going to their page? It's the content, right? Why do you stay following someone? So making sure that your pictures are good and that your captions are you. Because I've learned this over the last year. Copying and pasting gets you nowhere. And even if you do sign customers or distributors from copying and pasting, that shouldn't have been your distributor or customer to start with, because that was someone else's words, right? So if I see Kim post something, I'm like, dang, that was good, I'm gonna post that, copy paste. And I sign up a distributor, they're gonna be like, whoa, you are not what I thought you were, because they connected with Kim's words and they should have joined with Kim. I am not like Kim, and Kim is not like me. And that's so awesome, because we're gonna attract different people. And so for me, like, I'm super sarcastic, and I try to be like super funny and super short to the point and like kind of inspirational. But like, I'm the type of person that's literally going to post like 2 sentences and like call it good. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, right? Like, that's me. And a lot of other people wouldn't do that. But when they join me, they know they're getting sarcasm. They know that I'm funny. They know that I'm going to keep it short and to the point and blunt, right? So be yourself. because you're going to attract the right people to your business, and the retention is going to be better because you're attracting like-minded people. You're not attracting people that should have joined with someone else. And then the second thing, posting on your stories all day long. They're still in chronological order. So I try to post every hour to a couple hours. Sometimes I forget, it's fine, but I try to post all throughout the day instead of just one big dump on my stories. I would rather post one to 5 slides every hour than posting 50 at one time. Technically, it's still the same amount, but because you say, okay, so you post on your story and then it comes to the front. Your followers watch it, but if you don't post throughout the day, they only watch that one dump and they don't continuously see it. Okay, so if I post in the morning, they're gonna watch it, I'll go to the end, but then I post again and I go to the front again. They watch it, I'll go to the end, I'll post again, I go to the front, and they're continuously watching my stories throughout the entire day. I keep popping up in their feed, right? So that's content based. That's what's getting people interested. I also message for host to post, and my host to post is on Instagram is distributor based. I'll talk about loyal customer host to post, but I do all of that on Facebook. But my distributors come from Instagram because that's how I work best, is Instagram. So I will message my old followers. Anyone who's a new follower is getting a potential customer message. If they're an old follower that I've messaged before, they're getting a host to post. So I just say hey, quick question. They say, yeah, what's up? I tell them about our giveaway that we're doing. If you're not doing a giveaway, that's totally fine. Just ask for a favor. People are so nice. They'll do anything just to help someone out. But I tell them that we're doing a $500 cash giveaway and that I'm giving away free entries, and I wanted to make sure that they knew about it and ask if they want a free entry. Almost everyone says yes, because that's just it's so easy. They're just putting up a story, and I give them this story. I just have to pull it up. I have a couple. Sorry, I have to find it in my Over app. It literally just says hey everyone, my friend Lara is looking. Oh, here it is. Hey everyone, my friend Lara is looking for college students / grads, mamas, overworked and underpaid employees, or anyone who's looking for an extra income. You can make your own schedule and work either part or full-time from your phone. $500 to $2,000 monthly. Text opportunity to my phone number for all the details. And it's literally just this little graphic. That's it. And I send them, they post it, and I get opportunity text all day long. So from there, when someone texts me opportunity, I say, hi, I'm Lara. What's your name and Insta? And from there, I go and follow them once they tell me, and I save their contact, because odds are they're not already following me. And most people aren't going to sign up on the spot. So I want to make sure that I'm watering that seed that's been planted from them following me. So they're going to see my posts, they're going to see my stories, they're going to engage with me. And then from there, everything from that point on is all voice message. I do not text. I don't type things out. Everything is voice message. And the way that I do this is I just, one day at the end of last month, I sat down for 30 minutes and pre-recorded all of my messages. And from there, I just copy and paste it to everyone, because you're already voice messaging PDTs, but you're taking 2 to 5 minutes every single time saying the same dang thing over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, all of the PDTs that you've talked to, you've wasted hours of time just sending voice messages when you could have just had it pre-recorded. So I ask them their name and Insta, they tell me, I follow them, and I say, can I send you a voice message? Because my first message is 5 minutes long, and I want to make sure that they're going to be able to listen to it. If they say no, I normally ask them when they'll be able to, or if they're at work, I just send it anyway and they'll listen to it later. So the first message is about me. So it's my whole entire story from start to finish, before my childhood, what I've been through, where I was before this business, how this business was brought into my life. But I never say it works. I never say what the business is. I don't say what we do. I just tell my story, and I'm as vulnerable as possible. And it's funny because my dogs are being dogs in the background. I'm like, oh my God, sorry, they dropped bones, because it makes a big noise. And they see that I'm a real person. And I think that's helped so much because, one, they're already connected to me and my story. Whether or not they join this business or not, I changed them somehow. right? And so I want them to know what this business has done for me and like where my life is now and where I used to be. So it doesn't matter if they've been through the same things, they're going to connect with me and feel more open to talk about it. And here's what's so crazy. I have never had anyone since doing this not text me back. I've never been ghosted because of this, because I'm so open, I'm vulnerable. Can you guys turn your cameras on? I feel like I'm just talking to a bunch of names and like I want to see you guys and like connect with you. Hi. Okay, perfect. So from there, I get 6-minute long voice messages back. I get like long texts that I have to click on because they're so long. Them telling me their life story. They don't even know what the business is, but they feel so open because I was open about my story that they open up about theirs. And you would be so surprised at how much you don't know about your potentials because you don't ask them. And this is how I was for 3 years. I was so focused on like, you got to make money. You need an extra income. Like I need distributors. I need to chart. Like, no, like I need to know who you are and how I can help you. Or I just need you to know my story, and whether or not you join me or not, that's on you. But at least like I told my story, and that's our job, right? Is to tell your story. And so they tell me that. And then the next message I send is about scheduling. All of my messages are pretty vague, so they could fit any scenario. So the next message I say is like, great, I love that. I love how we're so similar, yet we're so different. And like, that's what's amazing about this business is so many different people can be in this and we all get connected, and like, that's awesome. And so that can fit into literally anything that anyone says. And then I say, so tell me about your schedule during the week and the weekend. I want to make sure that I can show you, or I want to make sure that I want to make sure that you know that you can fit this into any schedule. Sorry, tongue-tied. It doesn't matter if you're in school or have a full-time job, because I was working 3 jobs and I can show you how to fit this in. It's not about sitting down for 8 hours in a dark room doing nothing but working this business. It's about working it into the nooks and crannies of your day, and I can show you how to do that if you tell me a little bit about your schedule. And then they tell me whatever their schedule is, whether they have class Monday through Friday or whatever jobs they work, if they have kids, their soccer practice schedule, like whatever it is, they tell me. And then I send them not a pre-recorded message, just a quick little voice message walking them through how they could fit this business into their schedule. Again, they have no idea what this business is. They have no idea. But what's awesome is I'm getting them in the shoes of a distributor. Like they're already picturing themselves working this business and already visualizing how they could do it. So one, they're not going to hit you with the, I don't think I have enough time, or I have too much going on. They already know how they can fit it in. Once you tell them, like I already have all those excuses knocked down. So from there, they say, awesome, like I can for sure do that, whatever. And then I say, this is the only text I normally send. I say, how much time do you spend on your phone or social media a day? Almost everyone says all day long. I was like, perfect. Then this is gonna be great for you. And then I send a voice message about what we do, and it breaks everything down. It's 1 minute and 46 seconds. I give them everything. I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't hide anything. I want to make sure that they know everything they're getting into. I never say you can work this business an hour a day, because if we're being honest, if you want to make a full-time income with this, or you want to make more than $500 a month, you need to work this more than an hour a day. Right? We all know that. So I'm open with them, and I let them know, like, you know, we post, we message, we follow up, but we also do trainings and we do personal development. And this is why we do this. And this is how we do this, because I don't want someone to come in and be like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. Or someone to come in and be like, oh, like, I thought that I was only going to post and make money. I don't want someone to come in. I want someone to come in, know exactly what they're doing, and be ready to go. And if they can't handle that when I send them the voice message, then I know they're not meant to be on my team, because I'm fired up. I'm getting dry now. I want them to know exactly what I expect of them, right? So also helps with retention. So people aren't going to come in, realize they have to work, and then ghost you. Like they already know they're going to work. So at the end of that voice message, I say, what questions do you have for me? I want to make sure you have all the information you possibly can so you can make a better informed decision if this is a good fit or not. I want them to feel comfortable and in knowing that they can say no if it's not a good fit, but I also want them to ask questions. So from there, they ask whatever questions they have. They're all different. Nobody asks the same questions. Based on the questions they ask, I can pretty much tell what color they are, because most people are going to ask the question based on their color. So if someone asks questions about, how to get started, or about how they can make the most money the fastest, or about like leadership or whatever, I know they're a red. Or asking how they can be successful. If they're asking about, their friends or what people think of them, or making a new Instagram, they're probably yellow. And from there, and if they're just asking a bazillion questions over and over, I know they're green. Or if they're asking how to make money, how do I do this? How do I do this? Like if they're being logistical, I know they're green. And if they're literally just like, I don't have any questions, I'm good, I know they're blue. You know what I mean? So from there, I know how to word things and like how to give them the information that they're looking for, right? So I just keep pulling. I say, okay, what else? What other questions do you have? Do you have any more questions for me? And I keep asking until they say they don't have any questions, because I want to make sure that they have everything, they're not confused, that they don't have anything they want to ask but didn't have an opportunity to. I want to give them every opportunity to. So once they've asked every question, everything is answered, I send my last voice message about how much it is to start and what that means. So I tell them it's $99. I tell them why it's an investment. I tell them how much in free product they're getting. I tell them about the one-on-one training with me and our team. My upline is the #4 income earner, so I use that to my advantage. I say, like, you're going to have personal training with the #4 income earner. I'm going to show you exactly what it takes to go to the top. I'm in the top 0.07%. I can show you how to do that too. I tell them about how much fun we're gonna have, and how about the friendships and the events and everything they're gonna get out of that, and how much they'll have so much support and they'll never be alone. And I'm hitting every color personality. I tell them how much money they're gonna make and how they can be successful, hitting the reds. I'm telling them how they're never gonna be alone and how there's so much support. I'm hitting the yellows. I'm telling them how much freaking fun it is, and like everything that we do, and like how much of a good time it's going to be, hitting the blues. And I'm telling them that I'm going to teach them every single step. I'm going to show them how to get from point A to point B, just like I did. I'm hitting the greens. Doesn't matter what color it is, I'm hitting every single one in that voice message. This tip is going to blow your mind, because it blew my mind, changed my entire business. I heard it from Brittany Cromwell. I did not come up with this. At the end of that voice message, I say, are you ready to get started right now, or do you need to wait until Friday to get paid? And here's why that's incredible. I have spent 3 years working this business, and as soon as I tell someone it's $99, they ghost me. They're like, bye, I don't have $99, right? Who's been ghosted, or who ghosted someone? All of you better put your hand up. I'm looking at, yeah, exactly. And so when I give an opportunity for them to tell me that they don't have $99, you don't get ghosted. People tell you, oh, I have to wait until Friday, or, oh, I get paid on Tuesday, or I don't get paid for another 3 weeks. Can I do it then? You're giving them the opportunity to tell you that they don't have the money right now, which is totally fine. Because if you would have asked me like months before I joined, I would have said no too, because I wasn't ready. And so giving them that opportunity helps so much. And if they don't have a payday, then you can kind of handle that objection from there. But because of that, they're either signing up on the spot, or I'm getting a date for them and they're signing up. So that's literally all I do to sign distributors every single time. It's the same ones. Literally, they're pre-recorded in here, and if you click on one, you can copy it and just paste it into whatever conversation you're having. So I love that, because I put so much love and like thought into my messages, but it's working smarter, not harder. So I don't have to pre-record them for every single person, because it's still my voice and it's still my story and my emotion, but it saves so much time that way. So that's really all I do for conversation wise. Did you want me to go into loyal customers?
Yeah. So first of all, that's brilliant about the host to post on Instagram. That is great. I would have never, it's so funny how you don't think of something so simple, simple. Because I know people, and that's my favorite host to post is either hair, skin, and nails for customers, or a distributor one to grow your team. I've had lots of interest on Facebook with distributor ones. So doing that on Instagram is so smart. If you want to share your Insta in the chat, that would be so cool. Someone just asked, but a question for you real quick. She also asked, she said, what do you do if they ask at the beginning, like what it is, like what are you doing? Because you said you don't talk about it at work. So what
I disregard.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
completely disregard what they say, and I do it in my order.
Yep, I do it in my order. I like that. That's so true. Like I do the same thing. I'm like, okay, anyway, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. So
Because
that's a
eventually
good.
I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah, yep, because you get into it. And they respect you. They don't care. They're like, okay, anyway, she's saying all the right things anyway. So they're not offended. They're like, okay, this sounds so awesome. And so I love that I was just going over this with one of the girls on my team. If you're not getting distributors joining your team, you guys, it's probably because you're texting. And so I love that Lara said she sends voice messages. You will always hear me say, my team knows, I either get on the phone or we do voice messages. There is no texting. How many of you, I'm going to get off speaker view, and I love that we're seeing people's faces. Show of hands. How many of you okay, I'm just going to give you an example. I'm like, hey, Lara, so super excited in a text. This is all in text. I'm like, yeah, so this is really great. All you have to do is share these products with other people and the business opportunity, and it's $99, and that's how you get started, and then you can sell stuff too. How many of you, iPhone, can you mute because it won't let me do it for you? Can you mute if you're not muted? And so how many of you, if you were to see that in a text, be like, God, I'm excited to get started. Oh my God, no one, literally no one. If someone asked me for 6 months in a row, when I was pregnant with Eric on my couch, 6 months in a row, someone asked me, you need to do this. Would you please sign up? Would you please get started? It's only $99. You need the money. I was like, bye. It was my best friend at the time. I was like, I'm good, bro. Like, stop asking me. Then I got to a Try It event with my 1-month-old baby. So here we are. I finally had my kid with my baby. And I said, holy crap, what have I been missing out on? And I said, yes. So iPhone, will you please mute whoever you are, please? Because I can't mute you. So how many of you are just straight up like, I can't sign distributors, but you're also the one just texting and you're showing no excitement. You're being lazy. You're not getting them on the phone. There really isn't anything fun about that. And so what I love to do is I either get them on the phone, you guys, or I get them to an event, or I say, hey, can you meet for coffee? The payoff is so real if they can hear your story and your excitement, and honestly, just your excitement alone is what gets people started. But if you're not signing distributors, it's, first of all, you're not asking enough people. Get over it. Most people are like, I don't get what I'm doing wrong. You're not asking. So there's that. But second of all, you're just not putting any enthusiasm. I mean, come on, y'all. I would much rather tell people in a voice like how exciting this is than go back to a factory job and physically put in 12-hour labor hour, 12-hour days in labor, physical, actual labor. Okay. So just be excited about it, even if you're nervous, because you're going to get way many more people saying, okay, yes, because they see you. Like, they see you, they hear you, they know, okay, this girl is real. I've got this. Instead of just a quick text, it's $99. Let's do this. No one cares. No one cares. There's no excitement behind that. You could tell me something is you could tell me something is $10 in a text and be excited, and I wouldn't care. And then if you got me on the phone and said it's 99, I'd be even more excited to get started. So I love all of that. I love that you voice message.
And I know that because of the voice message and my potentials, hearing my voice and hearing my actual passion for what I'm doing and how it actually changed my life, because anyone can type up whatever, but you're actually hearing it in my voice. And I'm looking at my new girl, Brooke is on. Hey girl.
Yeah.
Like, okay, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, because I voice messaged you the entire time. Did you feel like you knew me from like the get-go, right? Mm-hmm. And she's killing it, and she joined like days ago. And because I told her straight up, this is what we do. This is how you make money. If you follow my lead, you're going to be successful. And because I told her exactly, like, she knew what she was getting herself into. Have you been surprised about anything that we do? The answer is no. You know what we're doing.
She was like, my bad. She was like, my bad.
Yeah. Because I told her from the very beginning, this is how we make money. And she knew what she was doing when she joined. And so I have rock star new distributors because of my voice messages, and because she knows that if I can do it, she can do it, because I'm no one special. Yeah. Because my story's crazy, and she knows, like, all of y'all know my story's crazy. And so I feel like telling my story, people hear like, oh my God, like, girlfriend, if she can do it, I can do it, right? So that's how I sign distributors. And like, that's how I have a rock star team, and how we're going triple is voice messages. It changed the game for sure.
It is. And it's something that I'm very passionate about, this topic. In fact, I wanted to go live. You guys on my team, Siobhan. So Siobhan and I really want to go live together in the team page, because she's just one example out of hundreds. But really quick, last thing we'll say about distributors is she's a great example. She watched me for 1 year. I didn't know that, but she was watching me for about a year. She told me, I've been watching you for a year. I've been stalking you secretly. And finally I said, we started messaging, and I said, I would love to have you on my team, blah, blah, blah. Can we hop on the phone? And she was like, yeah. We were on the phone for an hour. She asked me, I cannot tell you how many questions, holy green. And if I hadn't, and she agrees, I wish she were on here, she agrees. If I didn't give her the opportunity, not only to hear her story and why she needs this business, but then let her ask me all those questions, her green ass would have never signed up. She would have never felt encouraged and like she could do this. She would have never had the answers, because I'm sorry, but there's no way we could have texted about that. I got a life to live. I got babies that interrupt me all the time. And she probably wouldn't have felt as comfortable asking me all those questions on Messenger. So getting her on the phone, I now have someone who's been doing this now with me for months, and she's consistent, you guys. And so you have to be willing to get a little uncomfortable in your own skin. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, I don't even like hearing my own voice. Get over it. No one cares but you. No one cares but you. So I love that. So yeah, tell us now, because I know you primarily work from Instagram. So I love that you're doing that. You're having people throw that little image up on their stories, right? You just said? Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's beautiful. And then tell us how you are enrolling the most customers and moving those people to get all the Margaritaville points.
Yeah. Okay. So I work both Facebook and Instagram for customers. Most of my distributors do come from Instagram, but if someone's done a host-to-post, I use the app Over to make stories. If someone's already done a customer host-to-post for me before, like say this month, someone's done the Thermofed X host-to-post, I'll give them a distributor host-to-post to do. So they have a different one to do. So sometimes I will get distributors from Facebook, but most of the time it's customers. So okay, let me talk about Instagram really quick, and then I'll go to Facebook. So on Instagram, when I'm messaging, I send them a message. It's super me. I don't like to share it just because it is in my narrative. It's the way that I would say it. And I think it's so important to be original in this business. And if like all 21 of us are sending the same message, odds are we're sending it to the same person, right? So I want to stand out. I'm super myself. I would say it like I say it to my best friend. I think it's super important to never ask if someone would be interested. Ask if they would like more info, or if they would be open-minded to hearing the info. So I'll just send them a message, and then from there I get their number, plug them into Connect so I can follow up with them and have the conversation via text. I don't really have conversations over Instagram because it's hard to keep up with, and it's hard to stay organized, and corporate is freaking incredible and gave us an app to stay organized, so why not utilize it? So I'm messaging for customers, getting their number, having conversations. They basically all go the same. Hey girl, it's Lara from Insta. They say, hey. I say, so first tell me some things you'd be interested in. I give them product categories. They tell me what category. From there, I know what they're interested in. I give them products. And then price, 90-day challenge, order, right? But how I'm primarily getting customers is from host-to-post on Facebook. Some of you guys are new, so I'm going to tell you what. So host-to-post is when you give someone a post to put up on their wall, and their friends comment on that or message you from it, and it's a whole new market that you didn't have access to before. So say you have like 200 Facebook friends and they all host post for you, and they each have 200 friends, you're reaching 200, 200, 200, 200. I'm so bad at math. Let's do 200 times 200. You're now reaching, wait, that's wrong. 200 times 200. Instead of reaching your 200 friends, you're now reaching 40,000 friends. Big difference. Big difference. And that's only if you have 200 friends. I have like 30 people post for me a day, and they each have like 1,000 to 2,000 friends. If you have 30 people post for you and they each have, that's wrong. You have 30 people post for you and they each have 2,000 friends, you're reaching 60,000 people a day that you didn't have access to before. Isn't that crazy? And so on most posts, sometimes you're going to get no comments, but sometimes, well, most times I get like 10 to 20 comments. And they're all ordering because they've never seen your stuff before and they want it. So the one that I do, so on Facebook, I give them an actual post. And what it says, I gotta pull it up in my word board. It says models needed. Hang on, I gotta pull it up. Okay, so it says models needed. My friend Lara is looking for some new product models. If you could take 2 pills a day for the next 90 days and lose an average of 31 pounds, would you do it? 3 fire emojis. And then from there, in the comment, after they post it in the comments, I post 7 before and afters. And they're corporate approved, but I whited out it works, and I whited out what product it is and kept the time that it took to get the results. They don't know what it is and they don't know where it's from, but they know that they could get results in like 21 days, 3 months, and they see it. So they're gonna ask questions. Also, I use all different body types, both male and female, all different ethnicities. That way it's hitting every single person. And it doesn't matter what you look like or where you're at in your weight loss journey. Like, I'm hitting people who don't even have fat to lose but need to tone up. I'm hitting people who have a lot of weight to lose. I'm hitting males. I'm hitting all ethnicities, all of that. And then because it's Thermophyte X, I can upsell any product. I upsell Cleanse, the Mocha Dreams. I upsell I upsell anything from that. So they comment on that. I message them. I say, hey girl, or hey guy, hey pal, whatever you want to call them, you know. Just saw your comment on Caitlin's post for me. So excited for you. How much weight are you wanting to lose? They tell me, doesn't matter what they tell me, I'm going to suggest Thermophyte X. I just want them to know that I care. And I say, we just launched this brand new weight loss product. It's called Thermophyte X and contains an ingredient called Green Select Phytosome, and people lose 2.5 more weight with this product than they do with just dieting alone. They actually lost an average of 31 pounds in 90 days. It boosts your metabolism big time, and it balances your blood glucose levels as well. You just take 2 capsules each day and stick to low-calorie meals. Would you like to try it? Hello, they all say yes. And when they say yes, I say, awesome. I'm doing a promotion right now where you can get my discount. Thermophyte X retails at $65, but you will get it for only $36 with my 90-day challenge. How does that sound? They say, sounds great, amazing, sign me up, fantastic. And then I say, awesome. So I interchange awesome, perfect, great, you know, whatever. The challenge means you get 1 order a month of the Thermophyte X for 3 months, and you'll get my discount. Our company also sends a percentage of all proceeds to a nonprofit to end human trafficking and a nonprofit for humanitarian aid to provide meals to children in underprivileged countries, our Gives Back program. You also get tons of free product credit for future purchases. Are your shipping and billing addresses the same? So it doesn't matter if they're the same or if they're different. I'm putting it in their head like, oh, we're ordering right now. I'm asking you if your addresses are the same because we're about to order. And I love talking about Gives Back because that's where their money's going, and everyone wants to know where their money's going. And I think we have such amazing causes that we give back to that everyone needs to know about. So from there, if they say yes, if they say no, it literally does not matter what they say. I say, I'm so excited for you. So I can send you an order form and you can text back your info, or I can call you and enter it on my back office over the phone, which is easiest for you right now. So I don't give them the option to order on my website. I want to make sure the order's right. They're ordering the right product. They're getting it sent to the right place and from when I have their info, it's so much easier to upsell when you have their info versus them doing it on the website. Because if they're doing it on the website, they know exactly what they're doing. They're going to click it and they're going to go. But if you already have their info and you ask them if they want something else, they're like, oh yeah, sure. Why not? Like, go ahead. So, most of the time they just text it to me because they don't really like have time to hop on the phone. But sometimes they do hop on the phone and do it literally under 10 minutes and we're done. And then if they have questions, I can answer them on the phone. So if they want the order form, I send them the order form. It's in your eSuite document library. Just type in loyal customer order sheet or order form. And then I highlighted it on my phone, like in markup. So that's really all I do. I know I talk fast. So if you have questions, go ahead.
I love that you talk fast. I do too. And it gets stuff out, and I'm sure people are, I'm the same way. I've had so many customers sign up incorrectly. Yeah. So I'm the same. I've never willingly sent someone to my website. I'd rather get it done. And that's how I explain it to my team. Like, I just get it done. And if you are coming across as trustworthy, which we all are, unless you're like shaking in your own boots and you're overthinking it yourself, then yeah, you probably sound shady. But when I text people, I mean, my team constantly comes to me. well, my newbies, and they're like, wait, you asked them for their credit card number? I'm like, you're the one who thinks it's weird. They don't. I promise. They don't think it's weird. It's the world that we live in today. Today, someone asked me for a sample. She bought a sample from me of coffee, and then I said, cool, what's your address? Like, no, I mean, most people are like, oh my gosh, you asked for an address? Like, what if you're a secret stalker and you go and like kill their family? She didn't know me. And I was like, what's your address? People aren't scared, y'all. It's 2019. Ask them, like she said, I will send the actual order form. And I'll say, fill this out for me, send it back. Like, and by that, I mean, they can text me. They just text me that info. Or I say, I do the same thing though. They text me and then I get their information and I put it in for them. I'm like, it's super easy. All I need is some basic info. Go ahead and text me and we'll get that taken care of. And then yes, once I have their info, then I upsell, because now I got your info. I was about to cut. I a lot. Sorry, guys. Lara's team's like, she's crazy. Now I have your info, girlfriend, and now you have to answer me back because I have your info. So you're more likely to be like, okay, wait. And they ask questions. I love doing hair, skin, and nails, and collagen. It's my favorite. So host to post is really great, especially if you're brand new. And like even brand new to 6 months. I mean, host to post is killer. It's crazy. And I still ask all of my new friends, like if I see somebody on my friends list that's kind of new, I love asking people to throw something up on their wall for me. Hold on. Paige said, do you mind sharing the host to post in the script so we can switch the words up, but use it as our own? So if you want to type in the chat, I guess, or share it with me in Messenger.
They're on my phone, but I can text them to you. Honestly, this is being recorded. Go rewatch it back and write it down. Like, I can't tell you how many Zooms I've watched over the last 3.5 years, and I would like pause it, write it down, like play it, and then like write what they were saying, and like utilize your resources. But I can send them to you as well.
Yeah. Yep. Because I know you did one. It said like with the fire emojis, so that is really good. And I'm reading the other. Hold on. I signed 14 people in a few days from host to post. It was insane. It is insane, especially especially if you're opening up Messenger. You're taking the time to message, and I like to lovingly stalk them first, so that it's like, oh, that girl just liked my profile picture and called me gorgeous. I'm gonna go check her message, instead of like, oh, this random girl just messaged me. Cool. Okay, what does she want? So I like to, lovingly stalk them first, and then I go in their inbox. And so yeah, if you're opening up your newsfeed and you're like, oh, this girl looks new. She looks like I haven't really messaged her much, because you should be always, growing your network. And so you should see new faces quite often, especially if you're interacting correctly on Facebook and Instagram. And what's great too is I'll go to like my story and I'll watch my own story and see who's viewed it. And if it's new people that I really haven't, talked to before, I'll ask them, would you mind throwing a post up on your wall for me? And yeah, we do giveaways, so you can always implement that too. If you don't buy in, like she said, just ask them to do you a favor. So that is really good. And now it's 9:50, so we're doing really awesome on time. Does anybody have any last minute questions? And Lara, do you want to end us with anything specific?
Yeah, I mean, it's month end, y'all. Like, there's literally just a little over 24 hours left. There's like 27 hours left of September. And if you haven't heard it before, you're going to hear it now. And if you have heard it before, you're going to hear it again. Like, how you end this month is how you start next month. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're not hitting the goal that you set for yourself at the beginning of this month. Because one, you're already so much closer right now than you were 29 days ago. You're so much closer now. And even if you're not hitting it, you can hit it next month. But if you give up now because it's the end of the month and you're not going to do it and you'll just start fresh on the 1st, you're kidding yourself, because you're going to wake up the 1st because you took a day off and you're going to feel like crap. And it's going to take you about 3 to 5 days to do your personal development, get back into your routine, and then you started October off like crap. Right? So end this month strong. I don't care how far away you are. I don't care how close you are. If you're hitting a goal, if you're not hitting a goal, if you've been in a slump for 6 months, you have no idea what you're doing anymore. I don't care. End this month strong, because I'm telling you, October is the month to be in. If you haven't been in this business for at least 2 years, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Because your first boom season, you have no idea what's going on. The second boom season is when you really understand boom season. And most people like to think that boom season is in the winter months, but guys, it starts in October. The highest my volume has been in 3.5 years was last October. Guys, the highest volume ever 5-digit volume was in October. My highest paycheck I've ever received was from last October. Guys, October is where it starts, but you can't start October off strong if you don't end September strong, because it carries right into it, right? So whatever you do in these last 24 hours, that is setting you up for boom season. Plant the seeds now. Spend the next 27 hours working your booties off, crossing your eyes because you're staying up so late. Like tonight, this night, the night before the end of the month is always the most important night, because month end ends at 1 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So you don't have all night. Tonight is the last night that you're going to really put in work, and you would be so silly to not take advantage of that. And also, guys, you have no idea what's coming. You guys have no idea. We don't know, but I know it's going to be big, and the biggest booms happen when like you're in the lowest points. And I don't know if you guys watched the young Zoom the other night. When was it? Like 2 nights ago, with like Cheyenne and Morgan. And did anyone watch that? It was like a couple nights ago. Yeah. Okay. So I wanna talk about this quote they said. Someone on their team had said it, and they were talking about how everyone is waiting to be at the mountaintop and to go to the next mountaintop, and they're waiting to build for God to build a bridge for them and get them from this mountaintop to this mountaintop. And they're always waiting for the bridge to come. And so they're standing there just waiting, and God speaks and he says, "My child, don't you know that bridges were man-made? I did not make bridges. I made valleys from mountain to mountain. And to get to the next mountaintop, you have to go through the valley." And if you guys are in a point right now in your business where you feel at the lowest point, you're in a valley, you have to keep going to get to the next mountaintop. Because at the top of the mountain, I think Mark said this, at the top of the mountain, it's barren. There's nothing growing there. Right? Mountaintops are awesome, but there's no like grass, there's no plants, there's nothing that lives up there. The luscious grass and the most green grass grows in the valley. That's where you grow. That's where you learn who you are as a person. That's where you learn who you are as a leader. That's where you develop the skills that you need to get to the next step, to get to the next goal, to get to the next level, the next rank, the next paycheck, whatever you're looking to be at. It's the valley. And honestly, I love the mountaintop. I feel good. I love money. I'm a red. I'm so money hungry. I love being recognized. I love when people know my name. Like, that's me. But honestly, like, I've learned to love the valley, and I've learned to embrace the suck, because success starts with suck. You have to suck to be successful. Like, that's just how it is. And you have to embrace that and be okay with the crappy parts of your business, because it is business. There's going to be high highs and there's going to be low lows, just like anything in your life. I'm telling you, embrace where you are right now, whether you're on a mountaintop right now and you've never been better, or you're at the lowest point and you feel like you can't get worse. Embrace it and just move forward, because you're not going to get out of that position or get to the next place if you don't move your feet. You're going to stay planted right where you are if you don't move. So that's my TED Talk. I'll hop off my soapbox, but I hope some of you got something from that, because when I heard that, I was like, dang, that's good, because I've been in a valley for the last 6 months, and September was the first month all year up after March that I actually felt like myself and my business was where it needed to be. And I've signed the most distributors I've signed in forever. I've signed the most customers I've signed in forever. And it's because October's coming, and October is the real boom season. So I'll hop off that. If you guys have any last minute questions, like, go for it.
No, and that was so good. And it's not just because, you literally just said it now, you're like, crap. I have short-term memory. Hold on. You literally just said, you're like, I've been signing the most people because it's boom season. That, and can y'all hear Joe blowing his nose? Oh my gosh. That, and she never gave up. Even in her valley, she wasn't like, okay. So many people say, okay, this just isn't for me. No. It's for anyone. You're just not doing anything with it. There's a difference. And so I love my valleys. And that was like the most perfect ending to a Zoom in the whole world. And I hope that everyone on here was like, I needed to hear that because I needed to hear that. And when Mark Pentecost was on stage at Green Carpet, because we had a viewing party. Don't you worry, it was so fun. But when Mark was on stage and he was talking about how the best grass is down here, like the most lush, beautiful green grass is down here in the valley. It's so true. And it's where you become the best version of yourself. And so when you are out of that valley, you can teach people about what it feels like to be in it and how it is, how amazing it is to come out of it on top of the mountain. I've been in valleys. I've been in the lowest of lowest valleys, and it has shaped who I am. I'm talking like childhood. I'm talking like it's the reason I have "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger" tattooed on my arm. I've been in valleys as a child, and my mom always says, "I'm so sorry about like how you had to grow up and what you had to endure and the things you had to worry about." And I'm like, Mom, it's the reason I am who I am today. I will never take anything for granted. I appreciate everything that I've earned, and I'm humble. And I can respect other people's stories because I've got one myself. So you've got to embrace, like she said, embrace the valley. If you're having a moment of like, I don't know if I can do this, she's not saying that you're going to come out on top because you just are, because it's October and it's just boom season. No. You do have to work. You do have to pray over it, and you do have to do the things. But you have to, as long as you know that, you're going to get out of this low valley that you're in right now. And, Mark Pentecost's wife, I went to her I Get To conference about a year ago, and it was all about valleys. And it was so good and refreshing to hear that humans just do that. We just have moments in life where the devil tries to bring you all the way down into his darkness because he thinks that's cool, or, cute and everything. But we are the determining factor. Do we want out of this valley? Like, do we want to do more with our life? Do we want to be successful with It Works? Do we want to be, whatever your goals are, you can get out of it. You can get out of it. And I love that you admitted that like you were going through one, but you're back and you're signing more than you ever have in a long time. And that's amazing. It's because you were persistent and you prayed over it, and you knew that this business wasn't not for you. You just knew you needed to take a step back for a minute and then get back into it. So I love that. I am so excited. Like she said, tonight finish strong, tomorrow finish strong, because how you end this month, it is. I know it sounds cliche, and I know she said it and I've said it a million times, but it is. It's how you start October. And y'all, it's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. So is there anything else, Lara?
Honestly, like the time's gonna pass anyway, y'all. Like days are gonna go by whether you're working your business or not.
Mm-hmm.
Months are gonna go by whether you're showing up for Zooms or not. A year is gonna pass whether you're doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So think about this right now, where you're at in life right now. Are you happy with where you're at? Give me some head nods or head shakes. Okay, a year from now, if you don't make this business work, where are you going to be?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because odds are you joined this business because your plan A was not working, and you joined this business because where you're at right now is not okay and you don't want to be there anymore. And so if you don't make this business work, you're going to be in the same exact position you are right now, if not worse, because you let the time pass a year from now. And will you be happy with yourself when a year from now you're looking back at yourself being like, dang, I should have worked? Or where would I be if I just worked for the last year? Don't do that to yourself. Show up even when it sucks, because I promise you that it either teaches you a lesson, it takes people out of your business, it takes people out of your life to make room for the people and the things that need to be placed into it. Y'all have got to stop giving up so soon, and you guys have got to stop looking at the short term. Yeah, it sucks right now, but you know what else sucks? Being broke. You know what else sucks? Fighting with your significant other because y'all don't have money to like go and spend time with each other or get your kids the school supplies that they need. You know what else sucks? Being homeless. That sucks. Being 5 figures in debt, 6 figures in debt. That sucks. You know what else sucks? Staying up until 2 a.m. working your business. But here's the thing, you get to do it at home with the kids, with your significant other, with your dogs. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, you pick your hard. You know what else is hard? Being on a Zoom, 2 Zooms back to back when I feel like crap from drinking 5 margaritas last night. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, love this Zoom, but I feel like crap. That sucks. But you know what else sucks? Crying myself to sleep because I don't have food in my fridge.
Yeah.
You guys hear me? Like, tell me if I'm preaching straight to you. Like, you guys join this business for a reason. Don't you dare walk away from the reason you started. Don't you dare give up when it gets hard, because the reason why it's hard is because it's worth it. There's not a single thing in your life that will ever be handed to you. And if it does, you should be wary of that, right? Good things take time. Great things take patience. You have to be patient for what you're working towards right now. And it's not just about waiting and being patient. It's about putting in the work and knowing, having crazy faith that you will be rewarded for what you're doing. You will, because I've seen it over and over again. In the valleys, in this last 6 months, I thought that it would never get better. Quitting has never been on the table for me, don't get me wrong. But I question, like, am I really a good leader? Does my team really like me? Like, do I actually add value to these people? Do I actually know what I'm doing anymore? Or was I just meant to go double and that's it? You know, was that my purpose? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, that's not God. That's not what is going on. Because here's the thing, the devil likes to make you feel isolated. Isolation is the worst thing that can happen to you because you think you're the only one that's going through this right now. You're the only one that can't pay your rent this month. Like, who's freaking out about the rent that comes up in 2 days, right? Like, if you're freaking out about bills, y'all need to work this freaking business because you can pay for bills in cash, not even commissions. Like, you literally, like, who has rent $500 or less? 5 fast starts. You enroll 5 distributors and you help them get their first 2 customers. You just paid for your rent, not even in your commissions. Hello, like, this business is so simple, and so many of you guys give up because you don't see it right now. There's a long-term picture. You need to look at yourself a year from now, 5 years from now. Do you want to be where you are right now? And I'll leave you with that question. Do you truly want to be where you are right now? If the answer is yes, you do you, girlfriend. Stay where you are. But I know me, like, my life is fantastic, but I know that I'm worth so much more, that I have so much more to do. I'm ready for a 7-figure savings account. I'm worth so much more, and you would be so selfish to hide that from other people too. Oh, my voice is cracking. I'm getting like, whoo. But, like, you have to remember that this business also is not just about you. It's about your team, and you would be so selfish to walk away now when you have a team under you ready to do this with you. Whether you have 1 distributor, 100, or you don't have anybody, there's still people waiting for you to come in and change their life, and you would be crazy to walk away from this when people depend on you. You know what I mean? What if Kim walked away right now? How would you feel? What if Kim wasn't active in your team chat? Kim was just like, bye, like, I'm in a valley, I'll talk to y'all later. Like, that would go crazy. Would you not? Who's on my team? What would happen if I went MIA? And I was like, all right, peace, like, good luck. That's not okay. You wouldn't walk away from your kids. You wouldn't walk away from whatever, like, whatever you care about. Don't walk away from this, because this means something. And even if you're brand new, your why is so important, and you have to work for that every day. So I'll leave you with the question again. Do you truly want to be where you are right now, a year from now?
That was good. I don't. That was good. And I hope, yeah, that was so good. When I said you want to end on something, I didn't know it would be all of that. So we are.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, it just word vomit, the best word vomit. I do it. I love it. So this was so helpful. I hope that, your team, my team, we all got something from this. And now we get to end the month really, really strong tomorrow, you guys. And we get to go into October on fire for our businesses and our whys and why we, the reason we joined. Exactly. So I am so excited to see y'all on the family call. Everybody say thank you to Lara and by waving your hand or something. Thank you, Lara. But
You're welcome.
thank you for teaching us how to get to Margaritaville. Now let's all go get points.
Yeah, girl, I'll see all of y'all there.
Yes, I cannot wait. And for those of you not on my team, I'll see y'all at conference. It's going to be so soon.
Oh
But
no, you're gonna see them at Margaritaville too.
true, never mind. See you at Margaritaville. I'm so excited. But thank you again for being on, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.
Good night, guys.
Have a good
Thanks.
night. Thank you.